This is the ARLA Elite Series, here for race number 2 of 24 at the Pikes Peak Speedway in Fountain, Colorado. The pole award would go to Anthony Griffith in car number 06. Griffith would be pulling all of Team Thunder's weight because his teammate Bob Steffens didn't qualify for the race. However, that didn't seem to affect Griffith too much because he got a great start on Marcus Leonard in car number 78, that first car on the outside. He won Daytona last week. Hinata Hyuga in car number 39 would challenge Griffith for the lead almost immediately, but here comes Earl McDermott in car number 80. The OEN commentator makes it a 3-wide battle for the lead, and he leads the first lap of the race. However, McDermott's plans would soon be foiled by Dale Underwood in car number 03. Underwood, driving the all-electric Genesis Eva, ran very well at Daytona and was looking to do the same here. Following Underwood on the inside would be Kakashi Hatake in car number 32, and Tristan Roberts in the number 29, one of the other Genesis Evas in the field. The first caution of the day flew on lap 7. Ronald Porter and defending champion Chris Johans are going to get into a bit of a tussle over real estate. Johans makes contact with the 45, collecting the 09, squeezing them both into the wall. The 45 almost goes over. Dan Mielke, Charlie Waters, and Manuel Ortiz are also collected. Waters and Mielke did not need this. They had really poor runs at Daytona. Waters crashed out, and Mielke went a couple laps down. Tristan Roberts was the leader when the field took the yellow. However, he had to pull into the pits because of some tire issues. Tough break for Last Lap Motorsports. They own the 09, driven by Harry Nola, and the 29. Enola got caught up in the wreck, and now Roberts is having problems. This would be good news for Kakashi Hatake, however, who led the field to the restart. DJ Daniels right behind him. Ronald Porter, that first car on the inside, is a lap down. Most of the top 10 would be able to get by Porter without a problem. However, Porter then drifted up to the high line and started holding up the 08 of Kevin Colley. Behind Colley would be Jason Bates in the 51, who would lose a lot of positions along with the 08. Back up front, DJ Daniels would challenge Kakashi Hatake for the lead with Brenda Riggs in the 67 right behind him. Riggs had an awesome run at Daytona, finishing 4th, and so far that appears to not have been a fluke. Riggs would then make a run for the lead herself, with Alex Carson following her. The outside line is rather strong here, however, Riggs would be successful in holding them off. There you see Kakashi Hatake slipping into the inside line in front of Alex Carson, and there he goes to the inside. Hatake is going to take the lead going into turn 1. DJ Daniels tries to follow him on the inside line, but his plans are foiled by Alex Carson in the 8. This is Leigh Gruel in car number 46 for the Zenith Motor Company. Gruel has previously made only one start in the ARLA Elite Series, and that was the season finale at Daytona in 2008. He didn't do terribly well in that race, but today he's showing massive improvement running inside the top 10. There you see Kakashi Hatake in the lead. Brenda Riggs would take it away from him. However, Hatake would take the lead right back. Alex Carson and Dale Underwood would follow suit, forcing Riggs to drop back even further. There you see the 03 of Underwood going to the inside of Carson to take second. But Underwood was not content with second and had no problems getting by the 32. There you see Leigh Gruel behind the 03, continuing his march towards the front. Caution 2 flew on lap 26. Brenda Riggs is going to show an unusual case of brain fade coming out of turn 2 when she spins out the 32 of Kakashi Hatake. Luckily, Hatake was spun out of the racing line and out of harm's way, but nonetheless, he was still very upset about this incident. Brenda Riggs would be promptly called to the hauler. On the restart, Dale Underwood led with Alex Carson, DJ Daniels, Leigh Gruel, and Brenda Riggs making up the rest of the top 5. Tristan Roberts in the 29 was the first car lap down. However, he was able to keep up with his competitors. However, by keeping Dale Underwood on the outside line, he was able to help DJ Daniels make a run for the lead. Leigh Gruel took advantage of this as well and worked his way up to second. And then Gruel would peek to the inside of his fellow rookie and take the lead for himself. However, Alex Carson would decide to rain on Gruel's parade, and he would take the lead. DJ Daniels runs into the back of Carson, killing his own momentum and helping the 8 extend his lead. But Daniels would reel Carson back in and take the top spot from him, showing that Daniels can actually race clean. Caution 3 would fly on lap 40. Karma would come back to bite Brenda Riggs in the 67. She and Packer Carroll in the 71 get into a little squabble about real estate, sending the 67 hard into the wall. Jason Bates runs into her. So does Marcus Leonard, her daughter Leslie in the 50. Someone else hit Marcus Leonard in the 78. I don't know who yet. Bruno Battaglia gets a little piece of that, running into the 50. Here's a wide angle of the wreck. There's the contact between the 67 and the 71. The 67 goes into the wall, up off the ground. There's the 51 running into her. 78 bounces into the 9 of Jared Anderson. Jason Bates and Brenda Riggs would take their cars behind the wall and out of the race. There would be another wreck a bit further up the track. Neji Huga in the 11 is trying to look for an opening to pull into the pits, but he runs right into Kevin Colley, collecting Phil Davidson in the 99. Dallas Dupree in the 43, Mario Franchetti in the 4, and Kakashi Hatsuke in the 32. Neji Huga would be called to the hauler. Gigi Daniels led on the restart. Tristan Roberts was still a lap down. Blake Gruel would be able to get by Alex Carson and DJ Daniels to take the lead once again. But Alex Carson decided that this would be his time to shine and took it for himself. There you see Packer Carroll in 4th. One driver starting to come forward would be Laura Cyrus in car number 42, making a run on Leigh Gruel for the lead. Cyrus finished 2nd to Marcus Leonard at Daytona, and now she's aiming to win. However, Kevin Monroe in the 63, another driver who ran very well at Daytona, rained on Cyrus's parade, and there you see Hinata Hyuga starting to make a march back towards the front. Watch this brilliant move by Hinata Hyuga in the 39. Laura Cyrus is getting under Kevin Monroe for the lead, and she's got it coming out of turn 2. But Hugo's got a lot of speed on the 42, and there she goes. Cyrus slips up to the high side, allowing the 39 to take the lead for herself. The next caution flew on lap 74. Laura Cyrus is a bit upset with Marcus Leonard and hooks and turns the 78 into the 69 of James West, who then turns the 78 into the wall. Leonard was a lap down and holding up the field. This would take car number 78 out of the race. Caution 5 flew on lap 81. Justin Parker in the 07 car is going to hook and turn the lap number 11 of Neji Hyuga into the 72 of Andy Pearson, collecting Ronald Porter and Laura Cyrus. Leigh Gruel, who was leading the field, blew his engine under yellow, so Dale Underwood led the field to the restart. Caution 6 flew on lap 87. Chris Johans in the 64 gets into another fight over real estate, this time with Earl McDermott in the 80. Johans turns the 80 around right in front of Ricky Navarro in the 34, collecting Jared Anderson, Justin Parker, Vinny Enzo. The 80 is going to go for a couple of rolls. Kevin Colley, Mario Franchetti, and Leslie Riggs are involved. Dallas Dupree collected in yet another incident. The officials were not amused at Johans' actions and promptly called him to the hauler after the race. Earl McDermott was even less amused, cursing at Johans over his radio. Hinata Hyuga led on the restart, but almost immediately after the restart, the caution flew once again, and thankfully for the last time. Tristan Roberts in the 29 is going to be a bit upset about Dallas Dupree's lack of speed and dumps the 43 coming out of turn 2. There were just a few laps remaining on the restart, and with just 3 laps to go, Dale Underwood stole the lead away from Hinata Hyuga, and Underwood would cruise on to his first victory since 2006 and the first for a Genesis EVA. And here are your top 10 finishers. DJ Daniels, Liz Hebert, and Packer Carroll were all making their first point starts, and they did fantastic jobs. Allie Riggs, who finished in 6th, had a very strong run going towards the end of the race, but didn't have enough for the leaders. And now for the top 10 in points, Ryan Baldwell takes the lead with Alex Carson 3 points back. We have a 3-way tie for 4th place, Laura Cyrus, Allie Riggs, and Kevin Monroe. The tiebreaker being that Laura Cyrus has a 2nd place finish at Daytona, and Allie Riggs has a higher average finish than Kevin Monroe. And Dale Underwood, with his win, moves all the way up to 7th.